Hi everybody, hello, and welcome. We are pretty much getting to the stage of having this finished, really. Throughout the week, I know I haven't put any videos out, but I have just added some tags and stuff. They're in, I'll show you now, but they're just the same as the tags and journaling cards that we've already added. So, look at it, it's chunky. So, where to begin? Well, at the start, I suppose. So this is the right-hand side, and you saw me finish that. We'll just go flip through it. Oh, it's so nice. I like it so much. This is the little acetate flip up with the two slip pockets. Very nice, very nice. Get round and stop being awkward, thank you. Yeah, so that's that. And that goes over there like that. And that's, as I say, the right hand side. Get my left and my right mixed up. So this is the side that I've added bits to. I'm pretty certain we did that hydrangea one all together. Beautiful that is. Then that flips out like that. Yes, I added a bit of decoration to these two pockets. It was just from the Stamperia pad, and it was one of the edging strips. Just added that, and then I added two of these little journaling cards in there, all from the Stamperia pad, and they just slide into there like that, and put a butterfly there. And I think actually that pocket, which did have that page which had a bit of a plain look to it, it's been elevated somewhat. And then inside, yeah, I'm pretty sure I didn't do these. These are just Stamperia papers that I've made into two journaling cards, identical. Hung some danglies off the corner, and they just go into those acetate pockets, just nicely like that. And I put that lavender, I don't know if I can pick this up to show you actually, in the centre there. That was a die cut. It's getting a tad unwieldy, this thing now. The two pockets, you definitely saw me do those. Did I do these? They're just journaling cards from the Stamperia. Isn't that so pretty? It's really, really pretty. And that just fits in there with the dangles. And then we've got one at the top. See if I can get it out. Yeah, that one. From the book as well. It's gorgeous. They're just absolutely beautiful designs in that book. Really are. And that just fits in the top there. Okay, that folds over. That folds over, I think. And then this folds out. And I put a journaling card in there. Well, I covered the flap. That was a flap of the book page, the actual papers we were using, the purple ones. But it was a very plain, pale one. So I stuck that over it just to enliven it a little bit. And made a journaling card, same as you've seen me make a dozen times. And it just fits into there. And I think the only thing I've got left to do is in here. I need something to go behind that acetate pocket. So everything else is very standard, very straightforward, exactly what we've been doing throughout. It's quite early in the morning here. It's not even 9:30 yet. So I'm still drinking my morning coffee. But I'd like this to get away in today's post if I can. I do like that one. That's nice. They're all nice. That's the problem. That, I don't know, that wouldn't fit in there. The bicycle, isn't that so nice? It's gorgeous. But I'm wondering where on my ruler, because I've got two, how big do I need this? I need it to be about 6.5 by 4, something like that. 6.5. No, that's not going to work. I think I'll use this page. I really like that. It's gorgeous. So let's do that then. Pop that back there. 6.5 by, well, I'll mark it on the thing. That's the best way of going on, isn't it? So just about there. So I'll cut that on the big chopper. So I hope you're all doing all right. I had a bit of an unwell spell through the week, but I'm definitely on the mend. So yes, that looks lovely there. Let's just pop that in. Hopefully it'll fit. Yeah, it fits. So perhaps, no, I don't think it is a little tight. It's fine. So that's where that's going to go. So let's make a mark where we want to cut that off. About there, I would say. So let's just check that's okay. Yeah, that looks lovely actually. I like that. So you can't journal on the back of that, so I'm going to need some white paper, and I do have some to hand. Got everything to hand here. That's the problem. That's why I can't move. Because so much stuff is just piled around this desk. So I'm going to back that onto there, and then I'll have another look at it, because it might just have taken up too much room. I might need to trim it off, but let's back that onto there first anyway. I'm quite excited now that this is nearly at the end. Not that I haven't enjoyed making it with you, because I've loved making it with you, and I've loved seeing everybody's versions of it. And, you know, somebody said the other day, I think on YouTube, that, or Facebook, I'm not sure, that they'd made some mistakes along the way. So, you know, bits that should be on the left side were on the right side, etc. And it really, really, really doesn't matter. Every time I make one of these, it ends up different. I sort of set out with the idea that I'm going to make it the same. But then you stick a flip where you didn't have a flip, and that leads on to another flip. And before you know it, it's all flipping different. But that's fine. I'm not entirely convinced that this is the same as the last one I did, but it's approximately the same. Oh, everything's falling out. Right, let's trim that one out then. like I say, I might have to take something off the width because it's this added bulk for the white card might just take us over the top of what I can fit in that pocket. Just got a little bit down here. There we go. Oh my goodness me, it's so long. Let's see if that wants to go in there then. Ooh, yeah, it's a bit tight. I thought it would be. It's no problem. Just trim a bit off. I don't think we need masses off. About 1/8 of an inch I'm going to cut off and see what that's like then. It might fit, it might not fit, might have to take more off. No, that's fine. It's a snug fit. I wouldn't say tight. I'd say snug. Yeah, that's great. So what I'm going to do now is ink around it. Is that my purple dauber? Yes. I'm going to knock the corners off first and make it just with a 1/4 inch one. And that'll facilitate it getting in the pocket as well. Lovely. That's so pretty, that paper. So pretty. Mind you, they all are, aren't they? We've done all right with the... I was just saying to Mr. F yesterday, when I bought that purple pad at the range, I had no idea that it was going to turn out quite this pretty. And I do appreciate that most, excuse me, most of the prettiness has come from the Stamperia pad. But even so, I mean, it's had everything it needs thrown at this. It's had 2 Stamperia 8x8 pads, 1 Stamperia 12x12. You know, it's all the die cuts it could possibly need. So, you know, hasn't been a cheap project, but it deserves it, I think. Right, so there we have it. There's our journaling card, and I think there's writing on this. There is, and it goes that way. So that's, we want the writing the right way up if we can. So I just need some danglies to dangle off there. What have I got? I've got a perfume bottle. Oh yes, I have. Look here. Yeah, it's exactly what I'm going to use. Chipboard perfume bottle. I like that one. Oh look, there's a little heart as well. That's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use those. Right. So I'm going to put a hole in the top of that perfume bottle, like that. My non-ejecting hole maker drives me bonkers. A hole in the heart. That's serious, isn't it? You need an operation for that. Oh, that's pretty near the top, but I think we're all right. And then I want a hole about there. Ugh, I can't see. Lovely. So get a piece of string. I need to find somewhere that sells this white twine. Because if ever I need it again. I don't have any because I've used it all up. Well, not all of it, but not enough to do another journal. Through the perfume bottle. Then through here. Come on. There we go. Lovely. Just tie a knot in that, and that's prettied that up. Lovely. So let's pop that where it's going to go. Yeah, that's perfect. It's a perfect fit. And the dangles, that didn't work. Look, I've cut it too near the top. I need to re-back that, but not now. I've got my perfume bottle and I'm quite happy with that. So what else? I want something to put down here. So what have I got? Home Sweet Home. That's quite nice. Nope. Ah, the lavender bottle. Could put that there, couldn't I? That might be quite nice. Let's see. One of you ladies told me about stripping the back off these chipboard pieces so they're not quite so unruly. Quite so thick, you know, and you can use them more readily. That doesn't go like that. They go in like that. Then that goes like that. That goes like that. Excellent. Yeah, so I need to see if I can strip the back off. I think I need to use my scalpel and give this a go. Oh my life. So I'm just going to go in kind of halfway. This looks a bit dodgy, doesn't it? Whoops. Might have to get Mr. F to do this for me. I don't know if that's where I need to be. Or one behind it. Ooh, I don't know. This is a bit dodgy. I don't know if you can just pull it off.
In your hand?
Yeah. Apparently you can sort of halve those so they're not so thick. I have done one, but I just can't seem to recall. Right, so once we get that, I think we're pretty much finished. All the decorating and all that sort of stuff. Then we've got to make the front flippy flappies. Lovely, lovely paper. So, got all this lot folded in. Yeah. I love that perfume bottle. I've been saving it. I don't know why I've been saving it, what for, but it certainly looks nice there. Coffee. Best drink of the day. I think Mr. F's progressing with that. That's great. So, I've laid out some paper that I think will do for the Flippy Flappies. Well, not will do, I really like it. It's that design out of the purple pad, but we'll come to that in a sec. Oh, lovely. Thank you. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's great. So he's taken this big, thick bit off the back and left us with something much more manageable, pliable and manageable. And I'm proposing to put that there. I think that would look nice there. Team up with that perfume bottle. Let's do it. And this, as far as I am aware, is our last piece for inside of the journal. I really do think I've been out through it and I couldn't find... I thought I'd already done this page, mind you, when I found it. So, but I think we're there. So I'm just going to pop that there like that. I'm just going to hold that for a sec, so I'll just pop you on pause while I sit here holding that because I can't do anything else. Okay, so that's pretty stuck, I think. Enough for us to move on. So now I'm just going to put everything together. So, see if I can remember. That definitely goes there and that comes down there and they tie off like that. Right, so far so good. Yeah, all of this lot folds over to there. I think, I can't remember now, I'm sure you guys remember better than me. I think that folds into there like that. And then these Flippy Flappies come over like that, I think. Pretty sure, but I might be wrong. That ties off like that. And then this side, and if you've managed to do it wrong or whatever, it's the widest spine that comes up like that, because you need it for there. So that's, let's just get that. That's that. And I'm pretty sure that's what it's supposed to look like. The narrower spine is down there, wider spine down there. That's what I think it looks like. Okay, so now what I need to do are the Flippy Flappies that come right from the back, right over the front and tie off here. Okay, so I'm going to have to allow quite a big spine on these Flippy Flappies, so let's have a look and see. Well, looks like it's 1 1/8 inches. 1 inch and 1/8 inches. Okay. And how far down do I want it to come? That one, maybe that far down? Yeah. So I've cut this off at 6, but it looks to me like it just needs to be a tad less than 6. So let's trim that. I mean, just, you know, an absolute touch less than 6. Right, so what I want is a 1/2 inch, which I'm going to stick down to the back. So the 1/2 inch is going to get stuck down to here. Then I want 1.5 inches for that bit there. And then I want it to come, well, we'll worry about that in a second. So I'm going to score at 1/2 inch, and the bit to the left of that score line is going to get stuck on the back, and then I want to score for 1 1/8 inches. This is a very big spine, but you know, it is what it is. We made a very big journal. So my first score line was at 1/2 inch, and my last score line is going to be 1 pip past the 1.5 inches. So let's have a look. There, you can see it on that side, can't you? It's a really wide spine. So let's just fold that in and see if that's right. So that's going to go there. Yeah, that's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So let's hold that in place and see how far down we want this to come. I think about there. So let's trim that off there and hope that we've got enough left to do the other one. Lovely. Oh, I don't know whether I'm going to have enough of this or not. Let's have a look. Yeah, maybe just about. I'll try it. If not, we'll put plan B into operation. Yeah, that's that, so turn it that way. So same thing again, I need 1/2 inch to stick it down on the back, and then every line, every notch, until the 1 pip after the 1.5 inches. That's 1.5 inches, one more. There we go. Let's see what we've got. Oops, wrong way around. So that's going to go like that, and this one is going to go like that. Well, they overlap just, but just is good enough. That's all that has to happen. You see how much they're overlapped there? Not a whole lot, but it'll be fine because the spines really are big enough, so that's okay. Right, so now what we need to do is round off these corners. I'm just going to round them with 1/4 because I'm worried if I do it with 1/2, it'll show that there's not a very wide overlap. I'm going to ink them and then I'm going to stitch them. Ink, 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 inky dink. Not quite with it this morning yet. Lovely. Now I don't think I'm going to add anything to the backs of these flaps. You can, if you want to, you know, you can dress them up in any which way you fancy. But I think I'm going to leave mine flat. There's so much ornamentation inside this that I think these flaps, as they are, will be absolutely fine. Where's my lid? Here's my lid. Right, so what I'm going to do now is just sew around those. Possibly not the hinges. I'm going to just sew this panel here. Same with that one, just that panel. And then I will be back, so I'll see you in a sec. Oh, my pause button isn't working. I'll just get up and pause that. Oh. Okay, so I've stitched around those, and I've also made myself a couple of buttons that we're going to need for there. I just need to see where I want to put them, really. So hold this like this. That's going on there. And this is going on here. Like that. Right, so where do I ideally want my buttons to be? Possibly about there, wherever that. I need to find out where the centre line is, and about kind of midway, about there. Right, so let's just check how far off centre they are. So I'll use my centering ruler. And that's just less than 3, and that's just, my goodness me, that is incredible. The girl's a genius. So I'll make a bigger mark there where I want to cut the hole out, and this one well, it's out, but only by the smallest of margins, so that wants to go there. So right, I need to cut 2 holes out, and I need my bigger crocodile for that. Oops, push that out the way. There we go, and the other one. And then I need a couple of eyelets. You watched me do this before, you know how to do this. A couple of gold ones. And it's time for this fun and frolics. Through the button, through the Flippy Flappy, like that. Push that forward to the setting position, and hopefully I'll be able to set these. That looks fine. Just going to give it one more press down, but I think we're there. Yeah, that's fine. Same on this one. So through the button, through the Flippy Flappy and set it. Looking good. There we go. Right, that's our 2 Flippy Flappies set with the buttons. Okay, so now what has to happen is turn this over, and I'm just going to write on there that that's the top, because sometimes when you're looking at something like this, it's very hard to tell. So the long one goes on the top. So I just want to put glue. Let's just press these stitches down because they look a bit ugly like that. I'll do the same on this one. No, I'm not going to decorate the inside of these. I think they're all right as they are. So, top's at the top. So I want to put that over the top like that. So I'm gluing on the inside on that 1/2 inch that we left. I'm going to use Collall. And make sure I get that central and exactly where it needs to be, which is there, I believe. I'm just going to hold that on for a sec. Like that. So I know it's in the right place. That's a thick journal, isn't it? And it's heavy, actually. Thick, heavy tome. There we go. That's lovely. Glue everywhere. Right, and the bottom one needs the same treatment. So glue on the inside of your piece. Need 100 hands for this bit. I think that's okay. Come on, stick. Okay, so that will go ahead and stick up properly in its own time. Let's just check that we've got these something like right, which I think we have. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah. I mean, that hinge is sticking out, and that's, it just does. It will stick out a little bit, but you know, it's kind of how it is. but we did need that 1 inch and 1/8 there, definitely. Okay, right, that's fine. So what I'm going to do now is put the string on it, which will keep them all where they should be. And I'm going to use this string, which is a bit thicker than the other that I've been using, because it's got to hold a lot in this. So just put that round and knot it. Knot it once, knot it the other way on. And then for some peculiar reason, I don't know why, I always take them up to the top and do the same thing. I have no idea why I do that, but I do. There we go. And then I can cut off the shorter end. We've finished with it now. Let's get right in there and trim that off. There we go. Square that up properly. Lovely. And tie that off. I wonder if I could get under my button. Let's cut off that extra bit there. Right, so there we have it, that's that. I just want to decorate this a little bit. Looks just a touch plain for everything else that's inside it. So let's see what I've got. Oh, that's nice. Would that... Oh, I might have to get Mr. F to do his thing again with the chipboard. What else have I got? No. I like that, but it's just not enough. That's something else that I liked. Yeah, this. I was wondering about that. Yeah, I think I'll cut that out. See what it looks like. Because it's very pretty. Got to lose the flowers. I can't fussy cut round them. That's too much of an ask. I'm not even saying after all this fussy cutting that it's going to work, but we'll see. It's not the most complex of stuff, of bits to fussy cut, to be fair. Might have to fussy cut around those flowers. Because they're impinging on my... Yeah, I think that's going to be a really nice title for our journal. Lavender, because that's surely what it's about. Sorry this takes me so long. Excuse me, that's my coffee. Nearly there. It's just quite nice to have a title for your journal, isn't it? Right, let's have a look then. See what we think. Yeah, I love that. I absolutely love it. It's gorgeous. So that's fairly central according to the button. So let's just see where that comes off, where I need to trim that off, which is there and there. Lovely. So now she has a title. If I knew where I'd marked it, that would be excellent. That far in, must be. That's not right, is that right? Yeah, that's right. So pretty. So that's going to go there, and that won't affect the opening and closing of it. It just looks really nice. So let's just quickly ink around that and then glue it on. There we go. Lovely. Stand up. My glue is drunk. Right, there we go. So let's get this right. About there. I think about there. I think that looks gorgeous. Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. That's the title of our journal. Lavender. Right, okay, so you might think we're finished. But actually, we're not. Not quite. Not far off, but not quite. Because the back still looks like this. And, you know, as try as you might to keep things clean, and I do, it's still got marks on it. So if this is you finished with this journal, and you know, why, no reason why it shouldn't be, What I would suggest is you take a piece of 6 by 8 and you stick it over there, and then you'll have a lovely firm back to your journal, and you know, you'll be finished. I, however, have decided to put mine in a fabric wrap. I'm just going to pause you there for a second while I wash my hands, because I don't want to get glue all over them. Right, okay. I can't even remember what I was doing there, but I have no idea why I paused. Anyway, there we have it. Our journal is complete. The only thing, as I say, that you might want to do if you're leaving it like this is put a piece of 6 by 8 on the back, which will support it further. But I decided to put a fabric wrap. That's right, I was washing my hands. That's correct. So this is my little fabric wrap that I've made. You can see it's patchworked. It's wadded, so it's really nice, and it's just lovely, actually. And that's the inside. This fabric here I did buy. The other fabrics I had when I went for a look around which fabrics I owned. I owned slightly more purple than I ever thought I did. But that's the outside. All I've done is I just stripped my fabric and sewed it together to make that shape. I will show you on the next Flippy Flappy that I do, exactly how to make this for those of you that want to know. But I mean, it's very basic, and it's got this sleeve pocket in here that the journal's going to sit into. Then that'll flap over there, that'll flap over there, and then we'll have a ribbon closure. So what I want to do for mine is put a piece of 6 by 8 there, but I also wanted to come back so I can just slip it into there. So that's the plan as we stand. So I've cut this piece off that I think is, yeah, it's 12 inches out of the pad, and I've cut it down to 8. So that should fit nicely on there. So let's just check that it does. Yeah, that's fine on there. And then I want to fold it back over, so I've got something to slip into that sleeve that I just showed you. So let's make a mark where we want to fold this. And I'm going to go by the edges of the front flip flaps that we've just put on. So I'm going to crease that, score that there, and then cut it off to match. So let's score that down there. Actually, I should get my big scoreboard out, really. Just being lazy. Which way do I want this to fold? I want that on the outside. Where's my mark? There's my mark. Yeah, I think we're all right there. So I'm going to score where I made that mark. And fold that on the score line. Make sure it's square. Like that. Marvellous. So, is that the bit that goes there? Yes. So it's slightly shorter than this bit, so I'm going to trim that off so it's flush. So I'm just going to put a little mark there and then trim that off. Just there. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Then I'm going to ink around that inside and out, and I'm going to stitch around it. So I'll pause you there. Mr. F, can you pause me, please? It's so inconvenient, this pause button not working, because I depend on it. Okay, so here's my flap that's going to fit into the fabric cover. So I want to stick that onto there like that, and this will just be a flap that goes under the cover. Simple as that. So I just need to glue this on. And then pretty much, I know it's an unbelievable thing to say, but we're finished. Well done, everybody who's followed along and got this far. It's incredible. I know some of you, you're quite newbies, but it's the same, folding paper is the same whether you're making a little journal or a big journal. That's what we do. We cut paper up, we fold paper up, and that's about the size of it. There we go. So just make sure I've got this on the right side. I want it like that. So, like that. Right. So I'll just get that on there. And this on here, that's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I'm just using the mark for the big flip flaps that we've just put on as my guide as to where to place this. And it will help to give this whole journal a bit more stability having this on the back. So give it a good press down. That bit up there doesn't seem to want to stick for some reason. I'll just hold it for a sec. No, it doesn't seem to want to stick that bit, which is fairly standard. You always get one bit that's awkward. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue in there with my fine nozzle. Is anything coming out? Not sure. Yeah, I think so now. So I'm just going to go along there where it's just being awkward. Where's my towel? So I've got a lot of glue in there now. Press that down. So make sure all of this is pressed down. You will get little bits, you just will, it's just the way it goes. And I've found if you get any bits that really don't want to stick, the answer is this collage medium, which I've called up and down, I know that. But in time it does stick pretty much everything to everything. You just have to give it a bit of time. I think I'm getting to the end of my bottle. Catkin, if you can hear that noise, it's Catkin going through his toy box, looking for whatever he fancies playing with today. He's such a funny little boy. There we are, that's all right. That's still not stuck, so I'm going to put some of this collage medium in there. Ooh, rather a lot of collage medium in there. Okay, so I think maybe a little bit here. No, I think I've got glue there. It just needs a bit of pressure. A bit of pressure. I think that's all right down there. Yeah, that feels okay. I think we're all right there. Okay, there we have our Lady Purple journal. So let's pop that into its fabric case. So it's this back flap that just slides into there. Just like that. Should be enough room to get that centered there. Yeah, lovely. And that just folds over, and I'm just going to add some ribbon to there and just tie it around. So that will be that. So I hope you love her when you've finished your version. I really hope so, because there's a lot of time invested in this, a lot of money invested in it. So I really hope that you love yours as much as I love mine, and I hope that the recipient loves it too. So thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for following along with me. It's been a long one and it's been complicated at times, but I know you've all got through it. Now, there are some PDF files available. Hannah on the Miss Paint-A-Lot Facebook group has done a complete set of PDF files for this, which Mr. F hasn't got put up yet, but he will very, very soon. And they'll be on the group for you to download and get all the sizes and everything off, which is remarkable. Well done, Hannah. Thank you very, very much. And apart from that, it only remains to say goodbye. And I'll see you again very soon. So take care, everyone. Bye.